When I was a kid, I tried playing Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. And you know what? It was way too hard for a 7-8-year-old when I was playing at the time. What was that? I don't remember where I got to, probably about 1/3 in. But I went back and played it as an adult. And let me tell you, it is a great game, loaded with nostalgia. But some of it doesn't hold up. Eeh! Oh man, this game. I can see why I didn't like this. But it mostly holds up. It's a pretty good game, especially for a first in the series. So what if I just jump down there and use my spin attack? Yeah. This game came out in 2002, the same year that the first Ratchet and Clank game came out, which I think is probably a better game to play. But that was a different time, man. I didn't beat Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. I'm just gonna call it Sly 1 from now on. But I did remember playing Sly 2 and 3 and beating those. But I don't remember them, so I'm gonna have to play them again probably. It starts off with Sly versus Carmelita Montoya Fox.
Foolish raccoon, I've caught you red-handed.
Ah, Carmelita. I haven't seen you since I gave you the slip in Bombay.
Which reminds me, you need to return the Firestone of India to its rightful owners.
And I was gonna give it to you as a little token of my... Hey, you know, that bazooka really brings out the color of your eyes. Very fetching.
You're sneaking into her office to steal some files from her. The tutorial is nice and interesting. It fits in the story, and it breaks the fourth wall by telling you, hey, you gotta press circle, and Sly's like, yep, you gotta press circle.
Hey, Bentley, I think I'm seeing things. Must be vertigo or something. Can you see those crazy blue lights?
Really? I've read about this. Master raccoon thieves are able to sense thieving opportunities, which manifest themselves as unexplainable blue auras. According to my research, all you have to do is get near them and hold down the circle button, and you should perform a super sneaky master thief move.
Hold down the circle button near blue auras. I'm on it.
And Bentley, he's just a cool dude, man. One problem right off the bat that I noticed is the camera is inverted, and you can't change it in the options menu. It's the, camera. Don't think so. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But you know what? That's okay. I just had to get used to it, and I did get used to it. No, actually, that's a lie. I don't think I actually got used to it in the whole thing. I'm playing Ratchet and Clank right now during the making of this video, and it also has inverted camera, and I'm still having a hard time. The graphics in this game, phenomenal. Some of it kinda doesn't hold up, but I'm not too pressed on the graphics. And for 2002, looks pretty good. It probably looked even better on a CRT monitor back in the day. Or a CRT TV is what I would have had. Probably 14 inches and full of ketchup. Because I was like 7. And my brother was 5. The music and vibe in this game, I can't think of anything else that matches it. Yeah. I'm gonna sneak past him. It just has this really cool cartoonish vibe, and every character looks cool, every enemy looks cool and interesting, and everything has its own like art style. It's kind of like a noir type art style, but also a little bit superhero at the same time. And the music, man, the music is just so bumping for every single level. And the sound effects, especially when you're sneaking, I don't know, I like that bump, 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 bump. I'm gonna get him. You don't see me, Mr. Monkey Man. Gonna get. The gameplay was kind of hard to get used to at first because there's not really any other games like it. The sneaking was really easy. It was all the other stuff like jumping around and jumping onto things using little sparkly doodly dads. And sometimes the levels weren't even like real levels, they were just mini games that you had to complete. Oh no. Yeah. Come on. And every single one of them I did not like. They were all hard. I hated them all. And I felt like they were thrown in there kind of for padding, or because they didn't really know how to make a good game that didn't need all these mini games. And also, at that time, there were just mini games in games all the time. Even Ratchet and Clank, full of mini games. It's different this time. Everything got harder. Oh, I should have went up. I'm still in 5th place. I keep comparing it to Ratchet and Clank. That's just because that's what I'm playing right now. I could compare it to Jak and Daxter or other games like it, but I haven't beat Jak and Daxter on my channel yet, and I'm getting to that. I really like the idea of the collectibles. The collectibles in this game, very interesting. You gotta collect all these bottles, which are like secret notes in a bottle. And when you get them all, it tells you the, well, it doesn't tell you. Bentley has to figure out the code for the combination to the safe, or the vault, whatever you want to call it.
Press the circle to enter the vault code.
What's the
I
code?
can't believe I pieced this one together. Try 227.
227. Could I have opened this without getting all the bottles? If I knew the code. Woo! What do I get? A piece of paper, what I always wanted. And sometimes, you'd get new mechanics that you wouldn't be able to use otherwise. And it makes things interesting, and it makes things go a lot smoother, and it helps a lot. Like, when you get in the water, it immediately throws you out of the water, and it doesn't hurt you. That's amazing. I love that. That should have just been a regular game mechanic, in my opinion, because the water in this game... It's rough, man. It's rough. Raccoons can't swim, apparently. And I just didn't do the time trials at the end of each level. They don't give you anything. And also, they were kind of difficult and useless. Maybe it would have trained me to be better at the game and use the mechanics better, but I didn't really need that. I still got through it in a good amount of time. The enemies in this game, well designed, not very smart. They do what they're supposed to do. All of the enemies here are distinct. When you see them, you kind of know what they're supposed to be doing. And also, you usually know how to get around them. If you don't, just let them hit you one time and then you figure it out immediately, usually. And sometimes, if you got those collectibles collected, then you got some mechanics that you can use on them, like being able to turn invisible.
While invisible, nothing can see you. Not lasers, not searchlights, not guards. Oh, and if the guards already see you, then the invisibility trick won't work on them.
Or throwing decoys. No, it does not look real. If you fall for that, you're an idiot. But I guess everybody that I'm fighting is an animal. And really here, with the boss fights, they weren't very good. I think they were the worst fights. The worst parts of Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Except for that fire panda. That fire panda was cool. Whoa. I'm glad that didn't hurt me. Oh, I gotta keep getting close to him. Well, I wasted my stuff. Oh, come on. The easiest boss fight and also the most fun boss fight to play. The other ones were just kind of frustrating. But, the most frustrating part was there at the end, the very last part, the very last level, where you had to go through and just do a whole bunch of weird mini games, and it was just, and you didn't use the mechanics that you learned through the whole thing. You weren't able to use any of the cool collectible mechanics. So what was the point of everything? The only thing you use is the same stuff you've been using through the whole game. So everything it taught you, just throw that out the window. We're not using it here. All the way up to the very, very last part. It's all just mini games. You're just doing mini games until you get to Clockwork. Guess I'm gonna have to take my time. I don't like this. I don't like any of this part of this whole game. And then it just becomes a different game where you're doing like an on-rails shooter in the sky, and it's really out of place. Whoa! That's hard to see. But after you beat Clockwork, the final boss, you get a cool movie. You get a cool anime movie. You get a real good closure for the world and the characters, kinda. Gives a good send-off. So my final verdict on this game is I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a really good game. I highly recommend playing it if you want to go back and play old retro games, especially for the PS2 era. It's definitely not the best Sly Cooper. It's probably the worst Sly Cooper, but that's not really saying much because I think they're all great games. I think it only goes up from there. I do remember Sly 2 being my favorite, but I couldn't imagine playing Sly 2 without having played Sly 1 first now. And I'm glad that I got through it, and I'm glad that I decided to go ahead and beat it, even though the ending was kind of just bittersweet, and I was ready to be done with it at that point. That's why it gets a 6.5. Please don't hate me.
One.